Harlem by Langston Hughes. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meats or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Or does it explode? Hey guys, welcome back. This is your host Daphne Eugene for How Is This My Life? And if most of you know this poem by Langston Hughes. Oftentimes we title it Dreams Deferred, but it's actually the actual name is Harlem. If you hear the shishy in the background, it's probably my hair. But yeah, so I wanted to start this episode of How Is This My Life podcast today with this poem because today we're talking about dreams. And so what happens to our dreams that never happen or that's laid by the wayside or at the back of our brains? Between those dreams and dreams that become reality, like that's what we're talking about, period. Just like every place I've been has been a place that I've dreamed of or was given a dream that's where I would be. Like Brooklyn, I remember I just always wanted to live in New York. And I thought like New York was like my end all, place where I was going to live forever and find my husband there and just, but then it was like, God was like, there's more dreams than just New York. There's more. Because I remember at one point in New York, I was just like, well, how do I, like, what's next? Okay, my dream was to move to New York. Okay, I did it. What's next, And so we often don't sometimes sit and appreciate our dream or what we prayed for and worked for. And because I don't want this podcast to go all over the place, literally, I just want to stick to dreams. And actually, you know what? Wherever it goes, I really hope that you receive something from it because it's just the word of the mouth. So dreams. After that, the time that I moved to Texas. So I just graduated from undergrad, go Gators. And I was like, at the time, of course, my mom was pushing for me to be a lawyer. And of course, that's a whole other podcast about parents and how they can sometimes stifle your dreams or slow them down. Because what's for you is for you, right? So, but yeah, I just remember, growing up, it was like you had to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a business person, or a pastor, I think it was. And so I'm the baby girl, like trying to, live up to this dream. First, in high school, I was all about the doctorate program. And then I was just like, I even worked at a hospital, and I was just like, no, this ain't for me. And then I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to go to school, go to university, and try to start on the lawyer track. Took political science, not my jam. And college years is a whole different story. But yeah, and so I ended up graduated from UF, still because they were just like, you can be a lawyer with any degree. I was like, all right, bet, easy, got it, got a 4-year degree, come on, from University of Florida, right? So I get it, but I go home, spend 5 months at home, depressed. And then one night I remember, so I just got up and started playing old sermons from my brother's church and all this other stuff. And I remember the song, I think by Old School. Oh, I should know this, and I feel horrible if I know this, but it's called Get Your House in Order. Get your house in order. Yes. And so I remember playing that song over and over and over and over and over again, right? And then, I'm probably gonna say and then a lot, and I hope I can cut that out, but practice makes perfect. And so after hearing that song, I got up and I just started organizing my stuff, cleaning my stuff, sending all my stuff to Goodwill, or not all of it, but stuff that I knew that I need. I brought home extra baggage from undergrad that I didn't need. And so I was just organizing my stuff. And then within the week, God told me my brother's moving to Texas and everything like that. And I remember going to sleep one night and I had a dream about how my brother's gonna call me and ask me to book him a one-way ticket because he's gonna come down and we're gonna drive to Texas. And at first now, he said, I think we wouldn't be able to move by until Christmas, whatever. But then we ended up moving a bit earlier, October, end of October. I remember the first event we went to was a Halloween night. And so I had this dream, that that's God, that my brother's gonna call me. So literally next day, I don't remember what time, my brother calls me. He's like, yo, Daph, book me a one-way ticket to Miami. We're going to pack the car. We're going to move to Texas. We're moving to Texas. I was like, okay. Oh, okay, God. Like, I hear you. I see you, you know. And I mean, there's so many other instances. I remember when I drove across to California from Miami for culinary school, like, I had this dream a long time ago where I just remember seeing myself driving. It was just a map and it was just me like driving across. And at the time, I didn't think anything of it because I was just like, there's no plan for me to move to the West Coast. Of course, it wasn't my plan because who's in charge of this life? Not me. God is. So, and you know, that being said, he just moved. And every place that I've lived, from undergrad to Texas, then New York, and then I remember, like, New York, I didn't know, everything just so happened because I didn't know where I was going to stay, but then I had my old roommate and her sister just happened to leave that apartment. Boom, open door. And from New York, I was there for about 3 years, you know, learned so much and learned that I wanted to be in food because at the time in New York, I was still trying to go for the law thing. But then I remember after I moved there, I said, you know what, I need to stop living someone else's dream. And I remember I put my LSAT books on the stoop in Brooklyn, and I called my brothers and told them I'm done with this law, studying this law thing. That's not for me. And I was just like, but I don't know how I'm gonna tell mommy. Like, we were just all scared to tell mother, like, to my mom that I don't plan on doing this law track anymore. Because then, you know, you done graduated and you think you done got your master's, you know, all this other stuff, and here you go thinking, okay, you're gonna do this law thing. Yeah, no. Again, it wasn't my dream. And so, like, I finally broke it down and told her, obviously wasn't happy, but what can I do, right? It just wasn't mine, and I just felt so much lighter putting those books away and putting those books on a stoop. So yeah, and so from New York, then moved to Cali. You know, that move just happened because I applied to culinary schools in New York, and there was just no programs or no money, or there's something that it just was a no. And let me tell y'all a quick story. Again, if I'm bouncing around, excuse me. So I remember after I graduated from UF, there was no particular job, or I didn't have anything lined up afterwards. And I remember I was just like I just felt so defeated, like just so like I don't know what to do. I remember going to every single branch of the military. And this is just for me to say, when something's not for you, it's not for you. Okay? So stand hold and true to what you're supposed to do and do that. That's very clear about that. So I applied to the Army, I applied to the Navy, I applied to the Marines, whatever, Air Force, all of that. I went to every single office, and every time I went to the office, I applied online. Every time I went to the office, they were either closed or if they got my information. Till this day, I've never received any pamphlet, advertisement, callback from any military services whatsoever. And so, it just took me like, okay, God, I hear you. That ain't for me. I get it. You know, because I was desperate. I was just like, I just need to jump in and, you know, do something. And this was after undergrad. And so that's when the whole thing happened, and I moved to Texas and everything like that. Stood up for military. So just, you know, you just have to kind of keep your path. You got to, like, you might think, or people might think, oh, she's always moving around, or, oh, you know, she's not staying in one place, or anything like that, not knowing that the narrator of your story is not them nor yourself, you know, oftentimes. And I think we just need to be able to, trust yourself, you know, trust your gut. Because I think about this all the time. I always say that if I would have stayed my behind home, and there's nothing against anyone that decided to stay home, because I have plenty of friends and they are doing amazing, you know. And so it's just like, I knew I couldn't, I don't think I could have survived. I don't know. I don't know. But I just knew I couldn't do it. And so traveling for me has just really been a movie. I was trying to calculate how many times I moved. Whew. Let's just say I should be an expert at this point. But they were all good moves though. And I really am grateful for where this next journey is going to take me. I try not to stay too long for you guys. It's not a long word, but it's a short good one. And so just don't defer your dreams. And if anything in life happens that you have to defer your dreams, doesn't mean that it won't happen. It's okay. You know, sometimes it's going to take a while. Sometimes we get into speed bumps or hiccups and stuff that when you look back at it, it didn't do anything but enhance this goal, this dream, this purpose that you have, you know? So keep at it. I can talk more about some of the other points I hit, and I'm sure I will. And I just want this to be a short and sweet podcast. Thank you for joining me. My name is Daphne Eugene, your host of How Is This My Life? Oh, I totally forgot to do 2 truths and a lie. All right. So, well, it's funny because now you guys have heard my story. Let's see what 2 truths and a lie I can come up with. So, okay. My favorite color is purple. I love to drink coffee. And I have a pet dog. Let me know which one you think is a lie. Leave it down below or write me in comments. All right. I'm gone for this time for real. Bye. So guys, this is obviously the video. It's not on audio. I just stopped it. So yeah, stay tuned for more of this. I really enjoyed chatting with you guys. I hope I had some good points with you guys. And just know that we're going to keep this going, if you like it or not. And that's for me. That's, you know, just a matter of this year. I just really want to be consistent. I just really want to, there's something different. I know it. But you guys, thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time on How Is This My Life?